Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I last posted, but this is going to be a quick video about my abusive relationship. So if you are interested on hearing about that, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Social media will be down below also. So if you guys need to, let me know anything, whatever. So this was about, my son is 5 years old, so this was about 4 years ago, give or take, a little over 4 years ago. Me and this guy, I'm going to name him It for this video. His name is It. Me and It were in a relationship. We met through a family member. Sorry guys, I have paint on me and it's hot as heck. So, me and It, we met through a family member. We were staying at a family member's house, which is where we met at. So, I saw the signs. I saw the little signs, like, little stuff. The way he would talk to me. Then I remember we had went to the store one time and I told him I wasn't gonna buy something for him. It was like Dollar Tree, but I was just joking. I was like, I'm not getting that, put it back. And he literally cussed me out inside the store. And then when we were walking out of the store, I had some braids and he literally yanked me by my damn braids. So that was one incident. Another incident, he had brought my son at the time. He was 10 months, almost 1. No, or he was a little over 1. I still stayed with him after that. And then at the time, a second incident, he had brought my son some diapers. And we got in an argument and he took the diapers back, threatened to kill me, took my phone and broke it. I ran outside and asked people for help. And it was a couple and they were walking down the street and they literally walked right past. They didn't know what to do, of course. Seeing some abusive person, like they wasn't trying to get in the middle of it, I guess, which that sucks for me. They could at least call the police. They could have helped me, but whatever. So I was like crying, can you help me? Can you help me? And he just told them, keep walking. Ignore her, keep walking, or whatever. So I'm just literally sitting there like walking down the street crying, and then he comes to me, he slaps the shit out of me, like slapped me because I asked him for help. This was a long time ago, so some of it I don't remember, but I do remember those few things. And then the main thing was I stayed with him after that, and we got an apartment together, a little 1-bedroom. Yeah, we got an apartment together. He was working, I wasn't working, so I was depending on him. So we got our apartment together, and I was thinking, we were in the car, in my car, he was driving, and I was in the passenger, and we were going to his friend's house. So we had parked outside of his friend's house, and I wanted to talk to him, to pretty much tell him like, I don't want to be with you anymore. And the reason that I told him I didn't want to be with him anymore is because I felt like he didn't cherish my son the way my son should be cherished. He wasn't being there for my son the way a dad or a stepdad or a father figure should. I feel like he was starting kind of ignoring my son when we got our apartment. So I was in the passenger seat breastfeeding my son, and I was talking to him before he went into his friend's house, and was just pretty much like, look, I don't think we should be together anymore. This is how I feel. I don't feel like you really care about my son. I don't feel like you really love him. And so he was like, what do you mean I don't love him? I love him more than anybody in your family. I'm like, you don't. I can tell. Like, my family loves my son. You don't. The way you act towards him since we had our apartment, you don't. I felt like you didn't care for him the way you should. So all this glitter. So as I'm saying that, he's like, what did he say? He said something. It's like, I care about him more than the people in your family. I was like, no, you don't care about him more than the people in my family. And he was like, he brought up my stepmom and was like, oh, if she cares about your son, then why don't you go fuck her, and why don't you go sleep with her? And I'm like, why would you say that about my family members, any of my family members, that I should go fuck them or go sleep around with my family members? Like, it pissed me off. And I was like, why would you say that? That's like me telling, and this is what I said, that's like me telling you to go sleep with your mom. And his mom had just had a stroke. So when he heard me say that, when I said that, pretty much copying what he said, just asking him how he would feel if I said that, I was breastfeeding my son like this in the passenger, and he was on the driver's seat, and we were parked outside of his friend's house. And he literally punched me like in my face. He punched me in my face like, I swear it was like 4 or 5 times, just bah, 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 like right here. It didn't hurt, because I don't know if it was the adrenaline rush or what, but it wasn't hurting. But when I got out of the car, there was blood all over my son, there was blood all over me. There was blood all over the car, inside the car. And there was blood like leaking, and I'm just trying to figure out where the blood was coming from. And then I felt my face like this, like, and I could feel my whole nose was like pushed this way. So he broke my nose. And so I went to his friend's house, banged on their door, like, can I use your phone? Can I use your phone? They didn't really want me using their phone, of course. They were confused. I'm at the door banging with blood everywhere. He's yelling, talking about he's sorry. He blacked out. So I was trying to get his friend's phone, their phone. Did they let me use the phone? Yeah, I think they did give me the phone. It took them a while, but they finally gave me the phone. And I called my stepmom and told her it just put his hands on me, and I need you guys to come get me. After that, they were on their way. I told them where I was at. I was pretty much down the street from their house. So they were on their way, and as they were on their way, I left his friend's house because they were not trying to help me. So, and they kept letting him get around me. Like, I didn't want to be by him. I had my son. There was blood everywhere. Like, my face was literally deformed, and I could just touch it and tell. But so I started walking down the street to some random people's house, banged on their door. He was following me. I banged on their door. They let me in. They wanted to call the police, and I was like, no, it's okay. My family's on their way. My family's coming. He then starts banging on their door. And at this point, you know, they're an older couple. It's so hard. So they got scared, of course, and they're like, I'm gonna call the police if you don't leave her alone. And so he, I guess, went back to his friend's house. Then after I noticed that he left, and I just kept looking outside, just like, where are they at? Where's my family? Where's my dad? Where's my dad? So then they pulled up in the car. I just know my dad got out and walked towards him, or towards where my car was, and me and my son got in the car with my stepmom. And she just rushed me to the hospital. She called the police. I told the hospital what happened, and they pretty much told me, like, they told me, like, I was like, my nose, you know, I was really worried about that. like, my nose is messed up, my nose is messed up. They pretty much told me that there's no fixing it. They can't fix it. So I was stressed out about that. Like, I'm gonna have to walk around looking like this behind some man because I told him I didn't want to be with him anymore because he wasn't a good dad to my son. They did scans, came back that I think my cheek was messed up. My cheek or my jaw was messed up. I had a broken nose and I had a concussion. After that, I went home. The police came and took pictures of my face, asked what happened. They put out a warrant for his arrest. And we, at this time, we did, you know, still had our apartment, which both of our names were on the lease. All of my stuff was there. All of my son's stuff was at the house, at our apartment also. So I don't know where he went after that. I'm guessing it was at his friend's house. But I set up, thank God for my dad had insurance from his job. So I was able to get my nose re-broken back into place. I had to get surgery. And I think that that's why this eye is messed up. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like, this one's littler. Sorry, I have paint because of my son. But this one is littler, and this one is like right here. I'm not sure if that's from him putting his hands on me or what, but yeah. So the police came. A week later, I had to walk around with a broken nose for like a week. My surgery date finally came up for them to re-break it and put it back into place. So that's what they did. My grandma Rosetta took me to get the surgery. I got the surgery, and then a few days later, I still had a nose brace on. I went back to my apartment, not knowing who was there. I went back to our apartment. He was there, his mom was there, and his friend was there. And so I forgot to say that when my stepmom called the police or whatever, and they came, that was a police report, and they did put a restraining order out that he can't be around me. I can't be around him. No contact whatsoever. My son can't be around him. And yeah, so that happened, and then a few days later, I went back to the house, which again, his mom was there, one of his friends, I don't know, and he was there. And I was like, I'm just here to get my clothes. I went in, everything was fine at first. I was able to get all my stuff that I wanted. Well, I gathered all of my stuff that I wanted. And then, this phone looks so dark. Sorry, hold on, you guys. So then I gathered all the things that I needed for me and my son. And then he was like, he got mad because I wanted to leave. So he, you're not leaving, called me all out my names. You're not leaving, da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving. You're not leaving. We're gonna be together. All this stupid shit that niggas say. So he wouldn't let me leave. I had my car keys in my hand and my phone. He didn't know that while I was crying, telling him like, I'm leaving. I called my stepmom, and I told her, I called her, but she didn't answer. I didn't know that she answered or not. I just attempted to call her, and as I was calling her, he snatched the phone out of my hands and my keys so that I couldn't leave or call anyone. And he took my stuff, and he wouldn't let me leave, literally. Like, I couldn't leave. And he told me that he was gonna re-break my nose. He don't care. Like, pretty much just saying all this hurtful stuff. So of course I'm believing it. Like, you broke my nose already. Why wouldn't I think that you would re-break it? Like, So I was scared. I called my stepmom. Everything left a it left a voicemail on her phone of everything that was said by him and by me. So even though she didn't answer, it left her a voicemail. So when she got that voicemail, she told my dad, I guess, you need to go get Tracy like now, as soon as possible. So my dad came. As I finally got out and I ran down the stairs, and as I was getting in the car, I saw my dad just pull up, mad as shit. He pulled up and was like, "Get in the car, leave, leave, leave." So I left, and I don't know what he said to him, what he did to him, I don't know, but I left. Went to my stepmom's. The police called again, and then they put out, I guess this time they were actively looking for him. By this time, they were actively looking for him because this is the second time it's been an incident with him. So the CPS caseworker came to my house and told me, like, you need to get away. Your son can get taken. And of course, that scared me. I don't want my son to get taken because someone couldn't love him right, and I wanted to leave. So they did arrest him. He did, I think, 3 or 4 months in jail, if I'm correct, 3 or 4 months, and he was back out. But he's still in the family. I don't communicate with him. It's pretty tough talking about this, and then I'm gonna put it on YouTube, like. But I just want all the women, young girls, grown, older, whatever, like, if you see signs like that, just go. Because your child doesn't need to be around that. It's not healthy for you. I want to cry. It's not healthy for you. I feel like if I would have never stuck around when I first saw the signs, my face wouldn't look the way it does now. Like, I'm insecure about it. My nose. Hold on, my son's coming.
What are you making? What are you making?
I'm not making anything. I'm doing a YouTube video. You want to say hi to YouTube?
Hi.
You're so cute. Yes, but this is my baby that was there. I'm telling them a story. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I forgot where I left off. So yeah, I just want you guys to know that that's not okay. When you see things like that in a man, just go. Like, just leave. It's not worth it. It's not worth almost losing your kids. It's not worth the stress. That was really hard. I've never had a broken bone in my body until I got with that man. And I've never been close to losing my kids, or my son. Only had one baby at the time, until I got with him. It bothers me. People probably think it doesn't bother me anymore, but it does. Just looking at my face in the morning every day, like, whenever I look at my face, I always know, like, this right here, you guys can't see it, but on this side it's fine, but this side there's like a knot. You guys can't see it. Right here, can you guys see it right here? Like, the bone is like right there, but I don't know. I know that I'm beautiful. I know that no woman should get treated like that, and I'm mad that I allowed myself to stay. I'm mad that I allowed myself to go through that. I'm mad that I allowed him to be in my kid's life. I'm mad that I kept trying. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Like, you didn't just push me, you know? Like, you didn't do something tiny. Like, it started off tiny though, but you did the ultimate and just punched me in my fucking face like that. Like, who? No one deserves that. I didn't put my hands on you. And I know people probably think that I did something to him, but all I did was not want to be in the relationship anymore. But I know his family probably thinks I deserved it or it's my fault. But that day in that car, while I'm breastfeeding my child, you do something like that, no one deserves that. His family probably don't like me because he went to jail behind me. But he chose to do that. I didn't deserve that. And I'm just happy that today I am the woman that I am. And I know I deserve better. I came a long way. People probably don't think that it still bothers me, but it does. It bothers me a lot. Every time I look in the mirror, I think of it. Like my eye, my nose. I had a concussion. I had to walk around for a week with a broken nose. After he got out of jail, he wanted to propose to me. And he told me he wanted to move far away and be with me. And he's sorry. Don't believe that shit. Run. Like, you and your babies, go. Because I tell you, I'm not dealing with that. And I would hate for any of you guys to have to go through that. No matter how much you love him, how much you care about him, how much you think he'll change. They don't. He still never said that I was not wrong. I don't know what he told his family. Or did he tell them the truth? Did he say that I put my hands on him? Like what? I wonder what he said. But at the end of the day, I know what happened in that car. And I know that I was breastfeeding my son in the passenger seat. And I told him, like, I don't abuse you no more. It's not working. So instead of him being a man and understanding where I'm coming from, and understanding that I want better for me and my child, he acted that way. I just want you guys to know that that's not okay. And just share my experience and what I went through. I'm gonna end this video. It happened so long ago. I hope I covered everything. But he went to jail for bodily injury and false imprisonment because he took my car keys, he took my phone, and he wouldn't let me leave. He only did about 4 months. I swear it was like 4 months. Like, you go and break a woman's bone in her face that she has to get surgery for, and if my dad wouldn't have had insurance, I wouldn't have got the surgery. My nose would have been permanently crooked and broken. Like, I'm so disgusted with myself that I put up with that. And it's not okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video so me and my papa can go ahead and make some art, because that's what he wants to do. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I want to thank you guys so much for the love and support. And you guys be aware of the men that you guys are dating. And just know that you don't deserve it. No matter what, you do not deserve it. Thank you guys.